So I thought that this video, ladies and gentlemen, we could talk about relationships. Relationships, everybody wants to have a nice partner. You have a nice woman on your side. You have a nice man on your side. And it's a very beautiful thing. But in my little experience that I've done and some of the things I've had to experience, I cannot say that I've been perfect. Many years ago when I was in relationships, there's things that I've experienced. And a man can cheat for a number of reasons. It can be um, for emotional reasons, it can be sexual reasons. Maybe they have a woman at home who doesn't give them time, doesn't give them attention, and things like that. But a man, regardless of what they will do to cheat, they may barely or rarely want to end the relationship. I'm not necessarily talking about narcissists or maybe even sometimes toxic people. I'm just talking about regular people, normal people, regular people who are in regular, normal relationships. A man rarely wants to end their relationship. A man can cheat and they can still hold onto their partner, because for a man, it feels unfair to just walk away from their partner, abandon their kids, just move on with somebody else, and I'm not talking about the narcissist because that is a different story altogether. So when they find that their needs have been met somewhere else, they may hold on to that relationship for a little bit. I could call it an entanglement because they're already in a relationship. So the other person on the other side, it's simply an entanglement. So they can be in that entanglement secretly, and whenever they feel their needs haven't been met, they can go ahead and probably cheat with that person. But it is going to take a man a lot of courage to terminate or to end their current relationship. If it's like a baby mother, they have kids together, their family together, they have this home together, it is going to be difficult for this man to walk away from their partner. But when it comes to a woman, in my opinion, things are going to be different, because before a woman cheats on you, a woman is going to take a lot of time to think. A woman, I can promise you, they will take all the time they need. They will figure out the pros, the cons, what is likely to happen. They will check all the dots and they're going to see what is really going on, what can they do. But the moment a woman decides to get in bed with somebody else, a woman is going to cheat with their emotions. So they are going to have emotions attached to that, whatever it is, situationship or entanglement. They are going to have those emotions attached. And regardless of how much the woman wants to stay in that particular marriage, they have already given away their soul. Because when a woman gives away their body, they do not only give away their body, they also give away their soul to that particular person. And every now and then, it is going to become very uncomfortable for them to stay in a relationship. They'll always go and cheat and come back. They may try to pretend, but everything is not working out because mentally they are checked out of that relationship. So a woman can actually cheat a couple of times before they will finally say, okay, I think that man is better than this man. And they are going to very slowly drift. And eventually they may end up terminating that particular relationship, even if they don't really know all the details. They don't know everything about the other person. They don't know their history. They don't know their bad habits. They don't know everything. They are just going to anyway check out emotionally. And whether or not that entanglement will work is going to depend on time. A woman can cheat with someone and they're going to lock into that person emotionally. They can come around and still sleep with you if you guys are in a, you've been in a very long-term relationship. They'll come around and still, sleep with you and pretend everything is okay. But in the inside, they are constantly thinking about the other person because they are like, they have given away their soul, they have given away their heart, their emotions all over the place, and they cannot actually settle properly in that marriage, if it's a marriage or if it's a relationship. So they are usually going to end up terminating their current relationship because a woman will cheat with a lot of feelings. A man can go and cheat and they can even barely remember that person's name. Let's say, for example, they was out on a drink and they had a little drink and something like that. So they will usually walk away. Every now and then they may come back for more, or sometimes it could be one night, maybe 2 nights, and maybe they can, quickly check out of it. If they feel like it's getting to that point whereby it's going to destroy their relationship, they can just check out of it and go back and focus on their marriage or relationship. But when a woman does that, it is going to be very difficult to maintain their composure. So that is when you are going to see a woman, all of a sudden, they are screaming at you, they are not listening, they are shouting around, they are bossing the house and stuff like that. And they will carry on creating different scenarios that are going to put you into an argument with them because they are trying to make it uncomfortable for you to stay with them. Okay, so that is when you see a lot of couples are starting to fight all the time. Every time they are going into arguments and, the woman doesn't seem to be connected. Sometimes the woman doesn't even want to sleep with the person. That is because there is somebody that is out there on the side. They have fully given their body, not only their body, they have given their spirit, they have given their soul, they have put their emotions, and they are very much so emotionally connected to that person. So it doesn't even matter what they want to do in that current relationship that they are in, it is not going to work. They are going to be struggling. They are going to be feeling like they have done something. Yes, they have done something wrong. And even they could regret what they have done. But the thing is, they are feeling like a certain part of them has been given away somewhere else. So if you're a man out there, in my experience, and this is my own experience, you guys are free to, give your inputs in the section below. Maybe you have a different opinion as to what you think about it. But it is just going to be a matter of time before that woman is going to tell you it's over. So if you're a man who has actually had a woman and you can 100% confirm that woman has cheated on you, and you can actually know they have slept somewhere else with somebody, I can promise you the emotions of that woman is gone. The emotions is no longer in that relationship or marriage. The emotion is gone. So it's just there. She's just there trying to pretend and, put up this facade that, everything is still okay. But emotionally, she's struggling. She's struggling. So there's a very big chance if a woman has cheated on you, I could say maybe like 85% chances. It's just a matter of time before that woman is finally going to check out of that relationship. So if you're a man who has been cheated on, and I'm talking about normal relationships, this time we're not even talking about toxic and narcissist and whatever. If you're just talking about a normal relationship and something just happened along the way and your woman happened to cheat on you, the woman is likely to leave. So you might as well prepare yourself mentally, because a moment is surely going to come where the woman is going to give you the final word, and they are going to tell you that, listen, it's not working, and they want this whole thing to end. They may not fully disclose that they are going to move on with the other person or something, but because they are struggling, and the woman doesn't struggle the same emotionally the same as a man. For a woman, it's on a different level. Okay, for the man, yes, you're struggling. You cheated on your wife. You're sorry about what you did and whatever, but you're even willing to just let everything go. And I've seen women who have actually cheated on their spouses, and they have always been emotionally connected to somebody else for years. They're in a marriage, but every now and then they have somebody they are sleeping with, the person that actually is tied into their emotions, like fully tied into their emotions. And they are going to continue holding on to that relationship, but they're going to be having somebody on the side. But it is just a matter of time. The woman is going to come and tell you straight in your face that, listen, so and so, it's over. There's nothing going on, and they want to move on with their lives. They want to think about, maybe they need space or things like that. So when you hear things like a woman telling you things about space, give them some time to think, give them some space. You just have to know that there is a man somewhere that they have had an encounter with, they have gone to bed with, and that man has actually caught their attention. And they are trying to find a way of how they can make this thing happen. So normally, it can be a matter of months. It could even sometimes be, maybe even sometime years, where they are going to realize that actually the man that they sped off with was not the man for them, because now they're going to start to see the real inside of the man. And they may realize that this thing that they're leaving behind was the real thing, okay? But that is going to take a while. So if as a man, you start to see these signs and you found or you caught your woman cheating, you have to allow yourself to give her the distance. It is going to be heartbreaking. In my experience, I don't know any man that can comfortably allow or accept that the woman has cheated. They are always going to struggle with that thing. In their mind, it's going to torture their mind very, very deeply. And they might even want to forgive. Okay, I forgive you because I know this and this happened, or what the man may give different excuses as this, but I can promise you that the emotions are gone. The emotions are gone, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a very small chance that the woman will stay. So it's going to be a couple of weeks and months, and the woman will tell you that they need space and they need to move on and they need to do this or they need to do that. And they want you out of the way. And they are going to put you in this very, very emotional competition with somebody else, because they can no longer give you their feelings 100%. Their feelings are somewhere else. So they have to divide their feelings, share their feelings with somebody else, between you and somebody else. And because that thing is new, women get kind of excited. It's something new. It's a new feeling. It's a new body. It's a new environment and all this kind of stuff. And they're getting too excited about everything. So they are usually going to very slowly slide away and give you the news. So as a man, you have to prepare for the worst, okay? Normally, if a woman cheats on you, allow the woman to leave. Let her go and have the full experience of what is going on there. Whether or not it's not going to work, it's going to work or not, is not up to you. It's entirely up to that situation and what is going on with that woman and that other person. Let it go. Let it go. Sometimes it can happen that the woman may come back when they realize that the grass wasn't greener on the other side. They may, every now and then think about what they have done. They have regret. They want to come back and rekindle that relationship. But by the time the woman comes back, you've already emotionally checked out of them. Because you see, when a man goes through a breakup, they struggle to emotionally check out of the relationship. A woman can go and check into a new relationship emotionally in the shortest time possible. But a man, it will take a very long time before they completely check out emotionally, okay? So they're going to struggle with it a little bit. But the moment comes where the man has actually fully accepted the situation, they have allowed it to carry on and go ahead, and they have just decided to disconnect and everything. It takes some months, but when it happens, it's going to be difficult. And even if the man decided to take you back, it is normally not going to be the same feeling like it was back in the days, because everything has already changed. So the man will never feel the respect. They're going to lose a lot of respect for you as a woman. They're going to lose that love for you. They may just want to be there, and sometimes in most cases they're going to punish you because you've already done something and they're feeling very disgusted. So it's very tormenting for a man to have it in their brain that their woman was in bed with somebody else. So their woman shared, their girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever, girlfriend, shared a bed with somebody else. It is something a man cannot get off his mind. It is something that will torment them for the rest of their life. So if the man takes you back, they may be with you for a couple of months and they are still going to check out, because that is something they cannot get off. They cannot brush it off. And like I've told you, a man can do this and they would forget about it. It is a one-night stand, it's a two-night stand, whatever. And they can quickly check out of it because they have not invested their emotions into those situationships. So they can check out of it, but a woman is going to be very difficult. It's just going to be years until the woman will realize that this other person, maybe in the long run, they're realizing maybe it's not worth it. The person, the way they are treating them, and now they're remembering the way you used to treat them. Now they're starting to compare you to the other person, and they're realizing that what they had was the real thing. But that is going to be time to tell. But in the initial stages, when you have been cheated on, ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you, my men out there, it's 90% over. It's 90% over. This one I can promise you, it's 90% over, you know. So there is something that, I don't know what God put in the woman, but in my opinion, cheating is something I don't wish on anybody. If you're a man out there, you're running a family, you have children, you have kids and whatever, and you're running a family and the woman cheated on you, I feel for you, because it is most likely going to be the end of your relationship. So let it go. Let it go. You know, you have to go out there and do the healing on yourself. It's going to be hard to heal from that, but let it go. As hard as it seems, yes, it's very hard and very, very painful, but you have to let it go. Okay? And you have to carry on and find somebody that is worth your time. So I don't know what is your opinion, guys. Let us know in the comments below. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll find you guys in my next one. Denzamos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.